just really cool. So it's a really great experience if you ever get to experience it. We do book it out about a year to 2 in advance, just because it is very popular. But we have a lot to offer here, and you can read about it on our website, and also just whenever you have a time to just read everything. All right. We also keep our wine cellar at 55 degrees Fahrenheit and 65% humidity. Nice and cool.
We're all going to catch Sheldon.
What? We have 2 wine cellars down here. If you folks want to just kind of, just scatter along this wall, that way we can get everybody. Let's just see everybody. We are, yes sir. We'll kind of make a full loop around, that way you get to see everything. Okay.
This is a pretty serious stuff.
This is just one section that we have here. They're just kind of table of contents. But right now, folks, you are standing in our international room. Back in the 1960s, when we first opened up, this section that you're in this dining room right behind me, that's all we had as our wine cellar. It wasn't until later in the 70s, early 80s, that the rest of the wine cellar was complete. But like I said, right now you're international, so anywhere outside the world you can think of, we'll have bottles from there. But right in this little section here, this little cubby hole, it's our what we call our wine jail cell, or what I call our wine jail cell. It holds our most valuable, most expensive wines. On the top right there, we have 3 1908 Madeira wines, very nice reds from Portugal. Those, I believe, run for about $4,000 to $4,500 a piece right now. We did have more in the collection, but of course they were bought out over the years, and of course at different prices. On the top left, we have an 1883, of course, another Madeira wine. That runs for about $5,500, I want to say. We did have an 81 and an 82. The 2 gentlemen were actually dining in the dining room right behind me and bought those for about $4,500 a piece. So we did have more in our collection, but of course, like I said, over the years things were bought and of course at different prices. But in the bottom left there, we have a 2005 Romanée-Conti from France. We also have an 06, an 09, and a 2016. But those 3, however, are less expensive than the 05. The reason being is because in 2005, the vineyards that produced that Romanée-Conti, they only produced less than 10 in the world. And in 2006, France had a really bad frost, and it basically just wiped out everything they made their money off of. So the vineyards basically had to restart their whole winemaking process. So that 2005 Romanée-Conti goes for about $22,000 right now. Which one? This bottom left.
There's a laser in there. I just lost 3 fingers.
Do you guys have any Lafite?
We need to take out 7
I'm
and step
not
up their
entirely
sponsorship
familiar
before we
with
have it
like the
tonight.
whole. If I was to get familiar with it,
You probably do.
we probably do. We have a lot.
The most expensive wine right now on the market is a Lafite. It's $250,000.
I would not
From
doubt.
1800s. It's delicious.
Drink it every night.
If only we could say that, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, folks, we'll head into our next section here. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit because I don't know if Eddie, our guy back here, is doing anything. But the next section that we're about to enter is our domestic. So anywhere inside the U.S. you can think of, except for California. The only reason California is not in this next section right here is because, well, we have such an extensive collection for California wines. It needs its own separate section in our cellar. So you'll see just what I'm talking about in just a second, okay?
Smile, you're on candid camera.
So like I said, this is our domestics. And I'll talk about the ones that are wrapped in plastic in a little bit.
Pretty impressive.
Look at the stained glass.
He just needs to have some results happen.
Alrighty, so folks, right now you are standing in our California collection. Everything that you see, each 3 little rows, they are California. We have about 1,800 varieties of wine to choose from here, and anywhere from 27 to 29,000 bottles in our collection. I believe right now our value of our whole entire collection is worth about $2.5 million right now. Wow. So we do, I mean, even in numbers, you can tell we do have quite an extensive collection here. But we take a lot of pride. As you see this gentleman here, he is 2.75 million now. I apologize. Like I said,
Excuse me, how much was that, sir?
2.75 right now. I'm sorry, lights in your face.
Fine.
and
Good job,
that number
Miss
grows
Investigative
obviously,
Reporter.
like he just said. So, but we do have quite a collection, and we take a lot of pride in it. There's also a lot of maintenance to go into, you know, just keeping everything together, number-wise, sales, stuff like that. So,
You got that property insurance thing, right?
I hope so. Alrighty, folks, we're heading to the dining room here.
Flood insurance.
Do you know if there's any parties in the
whole
dining
thing,
room?
They got every insurance.
So
Just roll that way.
when you give your tours, just tell them, always touch on all the artifacts in here.
Yeah.
Some of the older Euro restaurants and so forth. Okay.
I always try to touch, if I do go in the dining room, I try to do it.
Well, like the stained glass, all the wrought iron and paintings came from 42nd Street or Oyster Bar,
Yep.
Daryl's, Fat Daddy's, all those restaurants. So a lot of people that are from here, they remember those restaurants because they've been to school, so it's a big staple for them.
Hey, stained glass is pretty cool. Where's this from?
Just make it.
Yeah. I don't know why they bring me places. Are we moving on?
Yep, just some of us. Alrighty. I'll wait for everybody else to come on in here.
You're all decorated.
It won't break, I promise.
I'll be responsible for anything.
Alrighty, folks.
We were gonna do this, but we have too many humans for this, guys. For this outing.
Wow.
No, we don't. We should
We
have
have
smaller
60
than that.
So, like that gentleman was saying,
Standing room
I always try to touch up on the iron gates and the stained glass that you see kind of throughout the whole entire building, because we did help back in the 60s and throughout the years. We've also helped build up some restaurants as well. 42nd Street Oyster Bar and Grill, we help build that, and we also work with them too. If they need anything that we have, we'll always be sure to help them. But a lot of the stained glass and the iron gates that you see came from restaurants like those. Fat Daddy's, where else? 42nd Street Oyster Bar and Grill, and a couple other places as well. But those are kind of our little staples of our business here. We all branched out and helped build up other companies. So we do like to help out the city a lot, you know, the whole entire triangle area, just because, well, that's how we grow our business. You know, that's how the person should grow a business. You branch out, help others, they're going to help you, and that's how the business grows. But right now, you're standing in Thad's dining room. Thad was the original owner and founder of the Angus Barn. This is now a second generation family owned business. His daughter, Vanya, now is the owner of the Angus Barn. She's doing an amazing job. I'm happy to work underneath her, and she is just the most amazing lady that you'll ever meet. She's here tonight, so if she stops by and sees you folks, if she hasn't already, you guys will love her. But like I said, here in Thad's dining room, this is the bigger out of the two that we have down here. This is a 36 max. We do ask though in each dining room to be a 12-person minimum, just because it is synchronized service, silent service, and white glove. So we want to make sure that you get the full effect. You know, synchronized service isn't synchronized service if you have 11 people. But it's really great experience. It's just more regal, a little bit more classier than your normal formal business casual events upstairs. But it's really nice, like I said. And down here, we actually have the kitchen that prepares the meals. It's just right around the corner. I'll get to show you that right now, all right? I do have to.